Oh, here we go. Oh. And here we are live.
I don't
Hello?
think I've ever seen your opening. That's very dramatic.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes, definitely. It was kind of a different type of opening. I'm not sure how it came across with the intro, because I couldn't see it because I just went ahead and ran it. But hello, everybody out in the chat and the replay crew. We have a special guest with us today. Well, we have two special guests. Of course, one's not a guest. He's part of the crew now. We have our good friend Arnold here, and we also have Ron from Garage Aquatics 2023. Welcome to the live stream, Ron. It's good to have you here. I've been wanting to have you on here forever.
Thank you, Jeff, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem at all.
Face to face like this. You too, Arnold.
And you, mate. Good to have you on it.
Cheers.
I remember when I came across your channel and I was watching, I was like, wow, this guy keeps the same kind of stuff I do, and very similar type ways of keeping the tanks. I mean, of course, your tanks look nicer than mine. I got to admit, you're a much better aquascaper than I am. And there's no doubt about that. But
I'm still learning.
When I started watching it, and I was like, wow, that's when I started commenting and watching your channel, subscribed and everything, and I was like, wow, that's really great. So, and I was like, and by that time I was already doing my live stream. I thought, well, I'd like to ask this gentleman on the live stream, and I've been meaning to forever.
I hope you're using that term loosely, gentlemen.
What? Oh, so no, not at all. You are definitely a gentleman. And let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and start. We're going to go in and say hello to everybody in the chat right quick. Is that all right?
Yeah.
We have Hertz Koi. That's Shane. He's a gentleman over in the UK. Really nice guy, Ron. And for you to meet, he keeps koi, and he's also thinking about starting up a tropical tank he's talking about. Really looking forward to that. We have Tommy, Silver Creek Wildlife, also known as Silver Creek Aquatics. I'm sure you've probably seen him in some of the live streams.
Yeah, I think I've even seen Silver Creek in some of my comments on some of my videos.
Oh, yeah.
So,
he's a great guy down in Texas. Yep, he's a good guy. He was also, you'll see him a lot of time on Mexicali's live streams.
Yeah.
Really, he has a fantastic channel. He's got some really great plants and fish too. My God, it's just
yeah. That was my first live stream was with Jorge.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I thought to myself, and I was like this. I was like, darn it, he got him first.
He doesn't live too far from here, so he came and visited one. I guess I don't know if it was a Saturday or whatever. He wanted some of those crebensis that I have. I've got that pair of albinos, and when they spawned, there was about 30, 35 of each, the albinos and species out of the same spawn. So he wanted some of the species. He came up, he brought a bucket, and he gave me some little, he called them mutt guppies, and some little wild type mollies that he caught out of the Colorado River. And a few little, shrimp. I already had some neocaridines, but some of the ones he gave me were clear, so I don't know if those are just wild type or what, but they're very cool. So, and it was nice to meet him too. It's nice, I didn't get to see anybody face to face here, other than like this. It was really, really nice to meet him face to face. So he's in Yuma. It's about a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, because he's in Arizona and you are in.
Yeah, he's in Yuma, Arizona. He's in the far southwest corner, Arizona, down by the California-Mexico-Arizona border, right on the Colorado River. Yeah, and I'm in Palm Desert, which is about a half-hour east of Palm Springs, California.
Oh, okay.
So, and we, the snowbirds flock here. right to the Coachella Valley, and we see a lot of Minnesota plates. And you should be one of them one of these times.
Oh yeah,
In the valley, so.
I'll be coming a little farther though when I go to California. I come from Michigan, so.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, all right. I thought it was Minnesota. I'm sorry. And,
oh no, that's okay.
So,
that's all right. They both start with an M.
That's true. It's easy to my confusion, right? Yeah.
Well, I have relatives that live in California. I got my wife's brother and cousins live out there. He lives in Long Beach, and
oh wow.
The rest of the family live up in Northern California, up in near Vacaville.
Okay. Yeah, I grew up in Long Beach when I was a little kid, and then we moved to Orange County. We were 15, 20 minutes from Disneyland.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we had we still have passes. We've had passes for like 10 years. There are times we go 50, 60 times a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've never been to Disney once.
Huh?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I've never been to Disney yet.
We've been to the Florida one once, a couple years ago. Walt Disney World. That's the other addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody posted a link to my channel. Thank you for that. I saw that go by and
thank you. Yeah, we have some great moderators out here.
Yeah, I just done it a minute ago.
We have Ryan here. I hope you're all. Yes, we're doing very well. Nice to have you here. We have Mal here. Hello, Mal. How you doing, my friend? Let's see here. I'm always behind in the chat. That's one thing about this. The one thing that keeps me behind is always. We have the Fish Lady. Hello, Donna. Welcome. So good to see you here. We have Christine from Sweet Acre Koi's Farm. Welcome. We have Muppet. Hello, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
We have Adele from all the way from Australia.
wow.
Hi, Adele.
Collaboration with
be
Curiosity.
Some of my favorite fish keepers are down under. Some of the people I've learned the most from. We were talking about Katie Cichlids.
Yeah.
Nick from
keeping fish simple.
Oh, I've learned so much about raising, breeding fish from him. And then Adrian's Fish Room, another one of my absolute favorites. He started out on Nick's channel in interviews a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And great fish keeper, and a lot of wonderful hacks and information. And then I was watching another one, Australian Biotopes. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that. He's really into the natural history of aquatics, and he's doing a lot on invasives in Australia now. A lot of, it's a problem here. I know it's a problem in Florida, where people are releasing a lot of non-native species, non-native invasive species into the habitat, and it's become a real problem. And so he's had some really nice videos on this, what's going on in Australia. So it's the cause of a lot of regulation in our hobby. It's something we have to really look out for. I know they're allowing less and less species in the state of Florida because of the potential for becoming invasive. So stuff to think about.
Yes, that's right. Well, they had that bill out a couple years ago, I think, that we had to vote on. I actually wrote our senator and the staff, and told them how I didn't agree with the fact that they were trying to put what's called the white list, I think.
Yes.
And to ban the fish, because I was just at that point in time, just at the point where I opened my store. I have a little storefront, I should say. I sell off get gills.
Uh-huh.
And I was just in the point now where had probably maybe 8 or 10 shipments that I've already shipped out. And then they came out with this, like they wanted to stop it, where you could not transport or ship fish across state lines.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, you got to be, I know my luck is not the greatest, in a lot of things, but I thought to myself, I just got through COVID. All right.
Yeah.
I'd already lost my job through COVID because the building was basically seized, and then it was dismantled. And anyway, it's a long story. And then I had other issues that came up. And so then I just kind of went full-fledged with my my fish keeping and started breeding and selling fish and whatnot. And then all of a sudden they came across with this, well, we're not going to be allowing that. But luckily, there was enough petitions against it that it basically didn't come to fruition, because if it would have, I would have been very unhappy.
Really, yeah.
Not only that, plus buying fish even. I mean, I love having a box of fish show up. I'll
bet, yeah. I understand, some of it, especially when you start seeing stuff showing up in the waterways. And plants, there's a lot of restrictions on plants here in California. And I think Keith, KJE, right? I had reached out to him about shipping plants to me here in the desert, and he said he won't ship to California, and I'm guessing it's probably because he can't. I don't know for sure. He'll probably chime in. But it's, at all the border crossings coming from other states, there's a California Department of Agriculture checks, and wondering if we're bringing in plants. So there's been a lot of invasive plant species that have been brought in. We have fire ants that never used to be here, but they slowly work their way, from Texas. I don't know if they ever really landed in New Mexico or Arizona, but they landed hard in California. We've got them here, and they're about ready to show up again in my front lawn. As soon as it starts warming up they come, and they're nasty little creatures. So I do get it, but that's the kind of stuff that makes it difficult for everybody else. From people just coming into the ports here in Los Angeles and Long Beach, all these illegal plants, illegal fruit, and they bring in pests that I've got.
Hitchhikers. They're hitchhikers.
Hitchhikers, yeah. The what do they call it? That Oriental bamboo, that kind of spirally stuff that
Oh yeah, lucky bamboo.
Lucky bamboo, yeah. They used to ship it in water. Well, in the water came mosquitoes that never used to live in California, and they carry some really nasty diseases. So I get it. I do get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
off on a tangent. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. You go on. That's that's fascinating. That with the invasive species and like that. Like I said, it's kind of hard to. Eventually, when you think with all the agriculture being shipped all over around the world,
sure.
There's going to be hitchhikers coming in no matter what.
That's where all the weed species came from. People brought their crops, when they were migrating to the United States, and in their crops were seeds from the weeds that grew with the crops. I used to teach horticulture for about 20 years, and part of the horticulture classes that I taught was pest control, and so a lot of it was weed species and insect species that became invasive, became real plant pest problems. So
I know that, and if Adele's still in the audience out there, I know that her being in Australia, they've had a lot of problems with like the sugarcane toad,
yes,
and rabbits. I mean, I guess they had a tremendous outbreak of rabbits. I mean, I watched some of the National Geographics about that.
Yeah. But somebody thought it was a good idea to bring jackrabbits there once upon a time.
Yeah.
But that goes back over 100 years, I think, too, before people really knew, what the potential outcomes were. There's no natural predators.
Right. They got the dingoes there yet, but I'm not sure how prominent they are anymore. Of course, the Tasmanian tiger, that's gone, but
yeah.
But well, we have Chris from Stubbs Aquatics in the audience. Hello, Chris. How you doing, sir? I don't know if you met Ron up here in the upper left-hand corner, but he's got a great channel. I mean, because Chris is into the plants too, and he sees some of your tanks, how you got yours set up. I think he'd enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and so we got some topics today, don't we, Arnold?
Hey, there's Jorge.
We do indeed.
Oh, Jorge's in? I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I was now getting to him.
Oh, right. I'm actually looking on two different. Hello, Jorge. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Adele says the rabbits, they would have left them on the colonial ships and let them go to proliferate. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Tara's in the. Hello,
Hi,
Tara.
Tara.
I wanted to introduce Tara to Ron because
Tara and I go back and forth a lot, actually.
Oh, good. You know what?
Yeah,
I-
we've been
that makes
going back and
sense.
forth about some plants that she has that I think at some point, if she gets a chance, she's going to send me a video and I might pick up some of her. She's got some, it sounds like she's got some different crypts than what I have. So,
Oh, yeah.
and I met her in the chat here on this channel.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know who
Yeah.
thought of these live streams, but this is like brilliant. What a great way to meet other fish keepers.
You know what? It really is. I know
Yeah.
lives aren't, a lot of people don't like to do lives, but I do. I'm basically, it might not appear to be, but I'm pretty much inverted a lot of the time. And so when I do this, it gives me a chance to open myself up to you guys in the world. I'm not a real social butterfly, to be honest with you. I'm really not. I'm not. I'm a homebody. I stay home. I'll make the one or 2 days a week. I'll go to the grocery store, and then I'm back here working in the fish room all the rest of the time. I'm not going to parties. I'm not going visiting people just, wonton. I just kind of hang out here a lot. But yeah, that's great. I had figured that because with Tara, she's the one that basically has given me a lot of inspiration on my plants. She's given me some fantastic plants. I still got them here too.
Yeah.
I live in the same state, so I've actually had a chance to meet with her and her husband a few times.
Oh, very cool.
She is the salt of the earth when it comes to people. She is the best. I adopted her as my sister, but I hope I don't run her off now. She'd probably be like, "Okay, I'm out of here. Don't do that. Don't go. Stay. I'm sorry." But you know what? When you have KG Tropicals in the house, hello, Keith. I'm catching up on the chat here, my friends. I'm running behind. I am trying. And it's going down here. Blanket hellos. It's too early for me. Just coffee. Oh, yes. A nice cup of coffee, right, Adele?
Oh, and I just met Mal the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Aquarium Delirium.
Yep.
Hello, Mal.
Yep. Mal's a good guy.
Cheers, mate. In fact, I thought I met him here, but he said he's never been on yours.
What? Oh, he was my co-host for a long time. So
maybe I'm confused.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was the co-host here forever. He's busy now doing a lot of videos and stuff. It's understandable. He does fantastic videos. Yeah. Honestly, his videos. I mean, he's like movie quality production. Yeah. I mean, I would never in a million years even come close to that. But
to learn about editing.
The lives do take up some energy, and it takes away from his creativity or something. So he's doing those. Now you understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's always got a place here. He knows that too. See here, Sweet Acre Koi's. I've seen Sweet Acre Koi's had a live stream. I think it was her first live, I believe, and that was a lot of fun. I don't have koi.
Was she on your stream here a week or so ago?
She was in the chat, but she was never been. She hasn't been. I would love to have her on.
Well, maybe it was Mexicali that it was Jorge that happened.
Yeah,
because I did watch her on a live stream just in the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
That reminds me too. I mean, officially got to have. He's been on here twice now, but I've got questions for him.
For Jorge?
For Jorge, yeah. I've got actual questions about his fish room, about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think what it is my mind just spins like a top constantly. And it's hard for me to concentrate sometimes. I might have what's called ADHD. I'm not sure. But I might have that because I lose track of a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to, but we have Linda Worth is in the chat. Hello, Linda.
Jorge says any day.
There's Vince. Here's another.
Well, your old cupcake.
I watched his live stream the other day, and it was great. Really good stuff. I don't have any koi yet, but I tell you what, watching all these guys with their beautiful ponds, it's like, I just love to be able to sit out back in a nice, soft, nice, comfortable chair and just relax.
Yeah. There's another guy I follow on Instagram, does koi ponds. Greg Whitstock? I'm not sure. I think he's from Chicago area maybe. And he does, large ponds all over the world. and lots of big koi. So neat stuff. My neighbor has a koi pond down the street. And
Nice.
you know, another couple of weeks and it's going to be 120 degrees here, but I guess they work, you know.
Yes.
Hi, Linda.
Let's see here. We're getting Steve catching up. There's Vince, my cupcake Mel over in mate over in England. he has a saying in his he has a sign that says, what is it? Stay calm and eat cupcakes.
There it is.
That's a whole food group.
Here. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew, what's up to your channel?
Hey, thank you.
We JT Low Jack, my good mate.
I saw.
Thank you for posting links. Yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the subs.
Hi, June.
What was that, Arnold?
June is in chat now.
Oh, okay. Hey, do you want to go ahead and just take over the chat because you're a lot better than I am with that?
There you go.
I'll let you go ahead and take it. Oh, okay. Hello, June.
Yeah, we'll call up now anyway, Jeff.
Yeah, you can pull them up now anyway, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dear.
He says, pick me, pick me.
There you go. There you go, Jack. Just for you, Jack.
Hi, June. Right.
Got a lot of names to learn, don't I?
I think June's going to like this particular live stream, though, because we're talking about cichlids, and we know what she likes to keep.
Definitely.
Do you know only Oscars, Ron?
I've seen the name go by, but I don't.
Do you realize that she has over 100 Oscars in her home?
Oh my God.
And, you know, we're talking, these fish are, they're bigger than my head, and that's a pretty
it's like
big
having a bunch of dogs.
fish. 100, I'm not sure. I think it was 102. I'm not sure if she has more now. But, yeah, 100 Oscars. Can you imagine that? They would probably eat more than what me and my wife would in a month.
I think June's getting ready for the topic about cichlids.
Okay, great. Yes. All right. Well, you know, let's see here. Let me pull up the some of the banners that we have here, then.
What's that question for Ron?
Oh, is there a question?
Yeah, there is.
Question up?
Is it right that you commented on
There it is.
on a video Aquafinity did? I don't know. I don't remember. Refresh me, maybe?
I think in that
It wouldn't have been derogatory because that's not my nature. I'm sure it would have been good. I hope.
Yeah, Zach, and that's Aquafinity. I think his name is Zach.
Oh wait, is that new chat? No, what am I thinking of? It's a
June is saying she's got 115 Oscars.
115. Oh my goodness.
That's. I had one when I was a kid. It's like having a dog. You know, just.
I've got what have I got? I've got two. I've got 5.
Yeah.
I had two red tiger Oscars in the tank behind me here, and they were, you know, they're wonderful fish.
They are beautiful creatures.
Yes. And I got rid of it because they kept eating all my cleanup crew. I had a large Chinese algae eater, and that was like they grew up together in the tank. And the thing was huge. It was about 6 inches long. It was probably about 1 inch in circumference. And I came home, and the tail was hanging out of the Oscar's mouth, and it was like they were together for like 6 months. And you know, I mean, they're predators.
Yeah. They are apex predators in an aquarium.
Yeah.
Ron, this is the link to the video that you commented on.
All right, I'll copy and paste it into a browser. See if I can pull it up here.
Andrew's saying that June's got 200 cats.
How many cats? 200?
200, but June's saying one too many zeros, Andrew.
Yeah. I love cats. I got 2 cats, but yeah, we had 3. And one of the brothers, there were 3 brothers from the same litter. They're all 20 years old right now, but we lost one in 21. I don't think it was COVID, but he went down really fast. I didn't even get a chance to. At that point in time, that they weren't even allowing vet visits at that point. So, but we lost him. But I still have my two boys now. And Tara's met them. She loves the cats too.
We have Aqua Fanatics UK. Aqua Fanatics.
Yes, that's Keith. Hello, Keith.
Yeah, hi, Keith.
We got so many great channels here, so many great people. It's such a wonderful. Every time I do this every week, it's just that much better, you know. He does fantastic plants, and he's been doing a lot of interesting stuff on his channel. I've been going there and watching it.
Jeff, tell me, who is JT Fish Keeping Fish?
Yeah, that's
Jack. That's Jack. He's JT Fish. He was a young man who lives over in the Netherlands.
Jack, I just pulled up that video. I do remember it. It's been a few months ago now. That's why, but I do remember it. So yes, and I saw my comment down there. It's what's his name? The young man that's is that Jack? Yeah. You're here, huh? Nice.
JT Fish Keeping. Yep, that's him with the little blue icon. Yes.
Very cool. Yeah, I do remember that video now.
Yeah, you want to see some really another thing too. Now that Keith, you're here, also Tara's in the chat. Keith, I was going to introduce you guys because you guys both do the plants fantastic, and he had mentioned something about your channel, watching your channel, Tara. So, this is like a good networking thing too. People get to see everybody else is different, the way they keep their fish and their plants and stuff. I think that's great. But he mentioned that, and we have Horizon Fish Keeping. Yay, welcome, my friend. He's another UK channel that's really doing he's got some fantastic fish room. And I just watched his latest video. He had showing his fish room and redoing it. Really nice. Let's see here. Silver Creek Aquatic, 5 minutes, Andrew. All right. So let's go ahead and get the banners up here for just a second here. We'll go ahead and, a little late for this, but I'm just going to pop that up there just for a second. I have a way I'm starting to get it in a routine, but it takes a while. But I'll put the topic up. Now, it isn't everybody's cup of tea, but we have the topic of the cichlids here. And they come in all different shapes and sizes and personalities and aggression levels and everything. But I think that if I were only to keep one family of fish, and if I only said, okay, you can keep tetras, you can keep danios, gouramis, cichlids would be my choice because you can keep. You pretty much cover all the bases with them. You got really peaceful cichlids. You got, you want something big and, you got the Oscars, you got the red devils. I've kept red devils before. I had a breeding pair of them, but they are extremely aggressive fish. Now, we were talking earlier with Ron, and he was telling me his limitation on cichlids isn't very big, but what have you kept as far as cichlids go around?
It's really been a long time. When I've only gotten back into fish about, a year ago, January. When I was a kid, I had a bigger variety, but that goes back a lot of years, Jeff. There's a couple I remember. I did have an Oscar, and I did have jewelfish, and there was what were they called? Buffalo heads. They were kind of a bottom dweller, and they'd burrow. They were really cool little fish. Right now, I've got. Oh, market just closed.
Okay.
I've got 2. I've got a couple of koi angelfish. I had like 15 of them, and 2 survived. Out of a lot of, they were all about the size of a quarter. And then I've got the crevensis, and really that is it for cichlids right now. If I'd have known, I'd have run out and bought some. I'm going to add to the angels. I do like those, but mostly, what I've got the most of is Corys. I've got 7 different varieties of Corys right now. So,
7.
Yeah.
I have exactly 0 at the moment, but I plan on getting some. I want to get some of the albino Aeneas Corys. They're kind of common, but I like them. And then there's also I like the stir-by. I might try to get some of those.
Yeah, those are cool. I've got both of those, and then I've got bronze Corys, and I've got a bunch of juvenile bronze Corys. I have to put some in a box and send you some.
Hey, that'd be fine.
All I got to do is figure out how to do it. I've got to start learning how to ship fish so I can start, some sort of sideline too. And then I've got pygmies, the little pygmy Corys. I've got false Julies.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then they were sold as green Corys, and I don't know if they're the emerald green or just green, whatever. And then something called sailfin Corys.
Oh.
So and anytime I see a Cory, I will buy it. I love those things.
Oh, nice.
They are just fun, neat little fish, And the bronze Corys, when I put them in that 75-gallon tank, I did a video on that one, on the setup, the building.
Yes, I see them.
Stones and all that. Yeah. I put 6 Corys in there, and they were spawning day 1.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I haven't been able to keep any of those around though. The first couple spawns, they spawned on. They were in a different tank. They spawned on the Amazon sword leaves, and I popped them out, put them in a fish bowl with an air stone, and got like all of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They will eat their own eggs, won't they?
Oh, yeah.
If you leave them in the tank.
I guess all but the pygmies.
Yeah, that's another one I wouldn't mind trying to get is the
They'll leave them
pygmies.
alone. Yeah.
You can community breed them.
Right. I want to get the reticulated hillstream loaches. I want to get some of those.
Ooh, yeah.
They're pretty. They're hard to find.
You know that, now that you mentioned that, at my Petco, they had a tank full of beautiful reticulated hillstream loaches for $9.99 each.
You are kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. And they had male and female because you could tell by their
the body shape.
sides. You had the squared off and then you had the more rounded ones.
Right.
That's how you tell the sexes apart. I didn't have a tank set up for them at the time. I didn't have any room
Well, you
for
could have
them.
bought a tank.
I should have. Well, I've got like 5 brand new tanks here. I'm just waiting to get my stand built where I can set them up.
Right.
I could kick myself for not getting them. Next time, I'll talk to the young lady there. She's running the department now there, and the tanks are really maintained great. I mean, I went in before and there'd be dead fish laying around all over.
Yeah, I hate that.
But we got somebody in there working good now. You can actually get good quality fish and take good care of them. Yeah. So, what cichlids, Arnold, do you have, and which ones? Let's talk about your experience with your cichlids.
Well, angelfish. I've got some angelfish. I've got 5 Oscars. I've got crevensis. I've got rams. I've got keyhole cichlids. I've got caras.
Yeah, I know you blue caras. You got a lot of those.
Oh yeah, I've got far too many of them. Discus as well. I've got discus as well.
Are those the electric blue Acaras, Arnold?
Yeah, I've got a male electric blue and a female blue, and they're a lot of bonded pairs. So yeah. Then I've got discus, and I've got a Malawi tank as well.
Oh, nice.
So,
what type of angels do you have?
I have Smokies. They're called Smokies.
Rockies. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they're like a rare type or anything, but I got them for nothing. I rehomed them off someone.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, and I've got a parrot cichlid and two jaguars.
Oh, you have 2 jaguars now. Okay, jaguars.
You what?
You still have your Dova?
Oh yeah, she's still with us. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah, the
still
Dovite, those things. I think that's next to the very largest. I think the largest cichlid is, I can't think of the name of it, but I know it's in Africa.
Mm.
And it's just a whopper of a fish. Then next come up after that comes the Dovite. But
Yeah.
the Dovite was pretty much the king of cichlids. I mean, that was.
She's not too bad. She wants a male. That's the problem. She wants a male to be with her. She keeps laying eggs.
Aren't
And obviously
tilapia?
they're infertile, so yeah.
So you both have kept angelfish then. You have also, Ron? You've kept
I have
angels?
2 right now. I'm gonna add to that. The local PetSmart has. The last time I was there, they had, I think, 3 different varieties. So I was gonna go maybe clean them out. So put them in my 75. So.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know, in all the years that I've kept fish, I've never had an angelfish.
No.
Okay,
A
ever.
full of those is just so. I think it's so majestic. They're really pretty fish. And they'll pair in a big tank too, as I understand. And then if need be, you can always pull them out. I know Jorge's got some that keep spawning for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd love to get some of those platinum pearl scales. That's what I want to try. And I seen them one time in the pet store, and I was like, oh, they're mesmer. They're just beautiful. I could see them from across the room, and I went up to them, and they were just so beautiful.
I think that's the other half of what I bought were platinum and koi, and nothing survived except the 2 koi. So I gotta head back to the fish shop and just talk to him about that. It's been a while now.
Another variety, platinum panda, I think it was.
Oh, nice.
And that looked beautiful too. It had the beautiful, the silver iridescence of the pearl scale, and then it was like the black on this fish was more like a velvety black.
Oh, very cool.
And the contrast to that was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Jeff says, get some angelfish now. I'm going to try to. So he has 2 platinums. They are beautiful, homebred.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And Andrew says, I have Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Randy Molly checking the Tetris. Wow.
Oh. You get all stories on it, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Is that Molly trying to make more mollies with the tetras? Is that what I'm reading?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My black mollies try to make more of everything, no matter what they're with. Yeah. I got to breed with my cherry barbs. I got them trying to breed with my bettas, and it's just crazy. I mean, they think they can mate with anybody.
You're on, Jorge. Love to.
There you go, Jorge. It's a deal. That's a deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be my pleasure.
Nice. See, that's what I love about trade and stuff.
Yeah.
Curtis isn't here right now, but Skull Aquatics.
Yeah. We
do some trading and stuff, and
cool.
We talk on Messenger quite a bit, and
yeah,
he gets stuff in that I don't think I have anything that he wants right now, but he's got a whole lot that I want to get. Because he's not into the cichlids that much. Most of my fish, I mean, I'd say probably 70% of what I got, or 60% anyway, are cichlids. But they're not for everybody,
Yeah.
But I have some now that I have some apistogrammas now that are really beautiful, and they're peaceful. I mean, they're a little more aggressive than like a neon tetra or something like that, but not terrible.
Right.
And of course the crebensis, after I seen those albinos, yours.
Yeah. You've got some now.
I got some now.
How they doing?
They're doing great.
Good.
They're doing great. I might take the camera around a little bit and show some of the stuff in a little while.
Yeah.
But when I seen your little baby albino crebensis swimming around, I was kind of hitting around to you. I don't know if you noticed that or not. I said, "Oh, I would love to get some of those." I said,
"Yeah." And you had said that in the comments, and it's like I think it was still winter, and they were still really small, and I was hesitant because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah. I have never shipped fish. I could figure it out now. I think I saw a video that Jorge did on packing and shipping fish, and I could figure that out. And
yeah.
you're welcome to film my fish room there, Jorge.
I might have one video out on that myself, but yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's for me. Well, for my personality, I always, once I get the fish shipped, then I start worrying. I'm like, okay, is the postman going to be rough with this box? Are they going to do this?
You know, I was going back and forth with Tara about plants, and you know, with regards to the plant order that showed up for that kids museum in Yuma that Jorge did, and they all showed up fried. I've bought loads of plants, and I think maybe once I got a bad batch. I've really never had a problem, and it's, you know, and I know Tara was talking about using a coal pack, and we're in the desert, and I've never seen coal packs on plants, and you know, it really hasn't been a problem. They're usually wrapped just a lot of. I get stuff from one place. They're in the if it fits, it ships USPS boxes, and they use, you know, like a fish bag, and stuff's in the fish bag, and there's a little bit of moisture in there, and then it's in one of those kind of like foil bubble wrap bags.
Yeah.
The top folds over, and then it's packed in that box, and it's packed full of rock wool all the way around it. Never had a problem. I get
That's what I use with my betters. That's what I use with my baby betters when I ship them out.
What, with the rock wool?
No, with the the foil bag with the bubble wrap inside. Yeah.
Right.
That was the first time I've ever shipped fish. Was this week.
Oh, cool. They're there already?
Yeah, they're there already. They're all happy. The fish lady, Donna, that was her better. She got this week as well. So,
very cool.
And then Deb, she got her 2 betters today. So,
and it's her birthday today too.
It is. Happy birthday, Deb!
Oh, right. That's happy birthday. Do we sing or what?
Deb's is here right now. I didn't see her yet.
I don't think so.
She's probably out having a nice dinner or something. She's having fun. We have Tanked Up Steve is in the chat. Hello, Steve. He says, I actually so glad I went back to cichlids. I haven't got a pants around. Let's bring that up for a second here so I can read it.
He hasn't got pants around now with plants, because obviously they would eat them, wouldn't they? So I think he's going with the plastic fake plants.
Oh. Well,
So
it depends on what kind of cichlid you're keeping. If you're keeping severums, they'll destroy your plants.
Yeah, I think you've got severums and acaras, so
they'll dig them up. My fire mounts even dig up. I had my Ludwigia planted in the 65 gallon, and I mean they don't eat the plants, but they sift in the gravel so much, and they'll dig in the gravel.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes. I might have some rock wool. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go, Tara.
I was going to mention to Tara, because she does a lot of plants. She's talking about she was going to farm out some pink flamingo crypts. Really nice plants.
Yeah, I can't find those.
And I tell you what, if she got comfortable with shipping, I think she could be very busy and make quite a bit of money. I mean, just saying.
I will be her guinea pig if she wants to.
You bet. She brings them to town when she comes here for me, but I would pay shipping, to have her send them just so she can try it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely,
I have no problem with paying shipping.
Give her some
experience. I need to sell those.
Yep.
So.
Metal plants.
Metal plants.
Is that really that bad, Steve?
And Aquatic Fanatic UK says pink flamingo are lit.
Yep. They're nice, aren't they?
Yeah. First time I saw them was on MD fish tanks in one of the tanks he set up.
Yeah.
And that's on video, and they are spectacular there.
Because I remember we were talking one time. We were at the local fish store in my town, and she was talking about farming them out, and I thought to myself, "Wow, That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because they're expensive. I mean, I was looking at the price of them. They're not inexpensive. The pink flamingo, they're up there.
Yeah.
And you get down with that, and you're able to start reproducing like the way she does her plants, and then that's just a recipe for success. That's all there is to it. So I'm definitely, that's really exciting. Let's see here. Getting green parrotfish tomorrow. You can't wait, Steve says. Oh, nice.
Very cool. I have no idea what that is. There's a saltwater parrotfish. I'm guessing that's not what we're talking about.
I've got one behind me. But I've got to say, when I was working at an aquarium shop, we got a delivery with parrotfish. So we had black, we had white, we had red, we had green, we had blue. And this bloke came in, bought 4 of them. Within a week, he came back and he said, I'm going to have to bring them back. So we were like, what are you bringing them back for? He said, because they're all plain white now. So all the colours had leached out into the tank.
Oh, wow.
Because
so they're the ones that they injected.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So like, Steve's going to get a green one, and I reckon within like a week or 2, that'll just go back to white. Yeah. Yeah.
And let's see here. We also have Keith is saying, I'm a big fan of heavy root feeding and rosette plants, crypts, swords, crinium, and Apanageton. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
I've got one of those. It started life as a bulb. I bought a pack of these bulbs at PetSmart, and that was in there, and it is a gorgeous plant. And the only one of those I don't have is a crinum.
Oh, wow. And he also picked up a breeding pair of German blue rams.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Oh,
I need to get out more. Jeez.
I've never kept, that's another cichlid I've never kept yet, is the German blue rams, or any type of ram as far as that goes.
I had rams when I was a kid. That was another one.
They are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Rams are.
I had no idea. There's no idea what I was doing then. I had a bunch of tanks, but now, it's like so much information available right at our fingertips, and
I think the big thing with rams though is the temperature. They got to be warm, like 82
really.
82 to 86 degrees, something like that, pretty much.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, I like the dark night rams, the solid black with the iridescent blue spots on them. They're lovely, absolutely beautiful.
Easy to keep, or not so much?
I had them for about 3-4 years, and then obviously they passed. But I've got a couple of German blue rams.
Yeah.
Horizon Fish, he says he keeps his at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. I keep my. I'm supposed to keep my pistogrammas a little bit warmer than I'm keeping. I got them at 78, but I could probably turn the heat up a little bit in the tank.
Yeah, I saw those on one of your last videos, Jeff. Your pistos.
Yeah, the orange flash. I got
really pretty.
Well, it's going to be a nice one because it's going to be a real strong bloodline. Because the gentleman that sent them to me sent an orange flash male, and then a wild type Cactoides female, and she's just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous little fish.
Wow.
About an inch and a half long.
Nice. So are the cars, are they South American?
Yes, the Apistos are South American.
The Apistos are, and the Acars also South American?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I kind of lean towards that end of the spectrum for the cichlids or the South Americans.
Yeah. See, where I started out was in the Central American, and they're beautiful. But I tell you what, they someone want to take your finger off. They got some mean ones. I've had blood drawn on me before with my red devils back in the day.
Oh wow, yeah.
Just going to feed them. I was just doing my routine feedings of the tank, and 6 inches out of the water, right under my finger. And he latched on good too. And I tell you what, and it did hurt, honestly.
Yeah.
It drew blood. I was like, wow.
That must be a fun tank to maintain too, then.
Well, it was interesting. I had to use in the early time when my wife was able to help me more, I'd have to have her hold the net and keep him back while I'm in there with this siphon, because he would just go to town on it. He'd ram it.
Wow.
I was afraid he's going to break hit the side of the glass so hard with the vacuum that it might crack the glass.
Right.
He was basically a tank buster. He's probably about 12, 13 inches long, and he was just pure muscle. He was pure aggression too. He hated everybody.
Wow.
He'd get so angry that his eyes, when he would get flustered, his eyes would turn blood red, and you could watch him as they actually transformed into him. You watch him go blood red, almost like like watching a chameleon change colors. Those eyes would go red, and when he did that, you knew not to put your hands in the tank. They don't call him a red devil for nothing.
Yeah.
No. Oh, hi, Melvin. Melvin's in the building.
Well, hello, Melvin. Welcome to the live stream. Melvin is in the building.
Yep.
So be sure to go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Let everybody know that Melvin is in the building.
Hey.
Right. Welcome, my friend. Let's see here. Let's see now. I'm looking at the chat here. Melvin said, Donna has confirmed to me that is legal to import dye fish into the UK. It is legal.
Mm-hmm.
It's legal to do that. I think that would be illegal.
No.
I thought it was illegal to do that. You were telling me a while back that it was illegal to have glowfish.
Yeah, we can't. I've never seen glowfish around my area.
Well, that's what they call the dyed ones, is glowfish, right? Or
no, the parrots and all that. They don't call them glow parrots or no.
Oh.
They're they're injected with a solid color. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Zen Ginger just joined in the chat. Hello, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy. Oh.
We're just chatting about cichlids and fish and different stuff, and
hi, Cole.
And we have Coral Works. Hello, Coral. Welcome. I know that Coral likes the Danios a lot, but we're talking about some cichlids, and we can talk about anything really. But let's see, and engineered goldfish are genetically modified, not dyed. Huh. Yes. Is that why they're not allowed in the UK? Because they're genetically modified. That might be the reason why they're. Because you mentioned that they were. Somebody was mentioning. I don't know if it was. I thought it was you that said they were not allowed. The glowfish. Okay. Maybe I was mistaken. Could be, I'm old. I'll just use that excuse. Okay. Let's see. Dyed fish are done in bases like. Oh yeah. Right, Coral.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep. Like tattoos. Yep. They do that to flower horns too. They tattoo the sides of them.
Yeah.
And put markings on them to mark their fish. I think that's just barbaric.
Really?
Poor things.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it?
It's not nice at all. No. Nope. And let's see. So when it comes to cichlids, though, we have, like I said, we have the large ones, we have the mediums, and we have the small ones. Now, back in the early days when I got into the cichlids, I went off. The meaner the better. I wanted the aggressive ones, red devils, green terrors, Jack Dempsey's. You name it.
That was another one I have. Yeah.
The Jack Dempsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I mean, and even it doesn't mean I wouldn't want to get them again. I wouldn't mind getting a nice pair of Jack Dempsey's.
Yeah.
Just to have them to breed and stuff like that, because they are gorgeous fish.
Right.
But
so let me ask, tilapia is a cichlid, yeah?
Yes.
And when I was a kid, they had tilapia in the fish stores. Now you buy them at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And that's a big cichlid, as I recall.
Well, going back to the invasive species like we were talking about, they actually introduced tilapia into Lake Victoria, and they've taken over the lake, and that's why all the indigenous cichlids in Lake Victoria are on the brink of extinction, because the tilapia get too big. They eat all of the fry from the Victorian cichlids, and that's the reason why, they brought them in as to introduce them as a food source for the people, because everybody's starving, but they're destroying a lot of other fish. And
they did something similar here in California. They released the striped bass into the Sacramento River Delta for sports fishing, and now they'll eat anything in their path. So another really aggressive fish. No relation to tropical fish, but it was sideline.
Yes.
We were talking about that before we started, about invasive species being released into waterways, and that hence all the regulation.
I've seen how they do the aquaponics. They use those tilapia.
Yeah.
I mean, some people they had this show called Doomsday Preppers. They had the guys they'd raise the tilapia in a big, like a pond, and then they'd also raise vegetables using the water from the pond to.
That's right.
But I think I wouldn't really want to. I mean, I don't dislike eating fish, but it's not my favorite anymore. I mean, really, after keeping them for so long, I don't know.
I like fish, but tilapia always had a muddy taste to me, so I don't eat tilapia. It's in all the restaurants.
But I think it'd be fun to keep them like koi or something. You have like an aquaponics type situation like that, but keep those, and that might be kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, people were raising them in those big doughboy swimming pools, right? Yeah. And then pumping that water, circulating that water into hydroponic gardening. And that's your aquaponics, the fish and the plants. And commercially, it's done in warehouses a lot too.
Yes.
A lot of electricity though.
Oh yeah.
Huge amounts of electricity. I don't know how sustainable that really is, if people are concerned about sustainability. So.
Yep. So with your cichlids, Ron and Arnold, are there any types that are high on your list to get? I mean, I know that, like I said, it's not a lot of people's cup of tea to have cichlids, but is there any type that you would want to get that you don't have right now?
Yeah, actually, and I'll be darned if I know the name. Long, slender, torpedo-shaped, brown with kind of a light checkerboard pattern. Julidochromis, is that right?
Oh yes. Like Tanganyika.
They're rock dweller. I've heard them referred to as shell dwellers, but they don't need the shells.
Right. Yep.
And also the little shellies, and I don't know all the names yet, because I'm still learning.
I know quite a few. Transcriptus. There's the marleri. There's the striped ones. They're the ornatopinus.
I'm a big fan of the smaller ones, the more less aggressive.
Yeah, these get about 3 inches long, and they're territorial, but they don't go out of their way to.
Right.
They don't go out of their way to chase anybody around or anything like that. But if somebody comes by their nest, they will kind of display a little bit just to say, okay, don't come too close to our kids.
Go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
Oh, and they're just a little bit territorial, so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess some of the shellies are they're like colony breeders.
Yes.
So the young or the juveniles will help raise the young.
Yes.
And you'll have like several pairs all taking care of all the each other. It's kind of
cool. I have a tank of shell dwellers right now upstairs, and that's exactly what I started with 4, and I probably have about 40 now.
Nice.
And they range anywhere from about a little over 1/4 of an inch from the real tiny fry, up to the adults, which are about 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
The males get much bigger than the females. The females are about not even half the size of the males. But it's just fascinating watching them move the sand around, and they're like little bulldozers in there. And really, I keep black mollies in there for dither fish, and you know what? It's kind of cute though, because you got these little cichlids, and they'll go up to the black molly like they're going to go up and nip it, but the molly will turn and look at them. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I won't do that after all. And that's where it ends,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're a little bigger than I thought.
Do you really need dither fish with them?
Well, the thing of it is it does actually decrease their. If the dither fish weren't, in my opinion, if the dither fish weren't in the tank, they'd spend too much time bickering with each other and might actually have some real aggression. When you got these big, these other fish swimming overhead, because they hang down at the bottom mostly, but when you see these guys swimming up above you, they're watching them. They're not watching their neighbor.
Right.
So it kind of, I think it really does help, in my experience, to have, something like that, just to give them something to concentrate on a little more rather than each other.
Got it.
It's like you get, I guess the way to look at it is, you got two fish that are, semi-aggressive in a tank, and they're going to concentrate on each other. You put a third in there, that will decrease the aggression a lot, because you have another quantity that's not part of the original setup.
Right.
The more you have, it disperses the aggression, and I think having a different species especially helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Katie Cichlids, her last video this morning that I was watching, was talking about. She's got maybe a dozen varieties and 30 plus fish or more in it's a 6-foot water box.
Oh, nice.
And it's a beautiful tank. And the plan was to reduce aggression amongst the, with the numbers. Seems to work.
Yes.
And also she was saying she's put them all in small, so they all got kind of used to each other.
Yes. You raise them up from a small size, and that's good. Yeah. And but the thing of it is, when you get bigger, you can add more fish, but you want to add several rather than just 1 or 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Like I have my red zebras here. They're a Mbuna from Lake Malawi. They're really aggressive, and I raise these all up. I mean, pretty much I bred them, so I got tons of them here. So anybody out there wants some African cichlids, let me know. Hit me up. That's what I can do for you. Because I got a lot of them. They're beautiful fish.
Who's Aquatic Fanatics UK? Who is that?
That's Keith. That's Keith.
I just joined your group, Keith. I just copied and pasted that link into the browser and just hit the join button. So I'm in.
There you go.
Yep, I've joined his Facebook page. I've subscribed his channel.
What I'm talking about, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of great stuff.
Good.
He just had a video out about he's got a 4-foot Wallstead tank.
Oh, very cool.
I think it's 4 foot. It is really cool looking too.
Wow.
And it's growing in nicely. It's going to be a jungle very soon.
Very cool, yeah.
Oh, and he says, thank you for joining. Yes. Very nice.
Oh, yeah, pleasure.
Yeah. So it looks like we have 21 people in chat. I'd like to welcome everybody here. We're talking about cichlids today with Ron and Arnold. Now, what about you, Arnold? What cichlids would you want to get if you had a choice to get anything? If you had say you had unlimited tank space and unlimited, can be expensive too. So say you had whatever let's call it a pipe green. What would be the fish you'd want to get?
You've got them in your fish room, Jeff.
Huh?
You've got them in your fish room.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Which ones are they? Oh, the albino crebensis? No?
No. The dragon blood.
Oh, the dragon bloods. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, if I was there, I would give you a breeding group of them. Honestly, I'd just bring them over in a bucket. There you go.
I think that'd be a bit too cold. I think. Yeah.
A bit too what?
I think they'd be a bit too cold if you brought them over in a bucket.
Well, in a plane or something.
Yeah.
Or if I was over there, if I was going from my house to yours, if I lived in the UK, I guess yeah, I'd do that.
Buy a seat for the bucket on the airplane, right?
I know, yeah. Oh dear.
Right. So dragon blood, okay.
Yeah, I do like them.
Yeah. I do too. I love I started out, like I said, when we had the difficulty with COVID and stuff, I wanted to start breeding stuff because I knew I was going to be here in the house. I wouldn't have a lot of opportunity to make a lot of money outside of the house because of the situation. So I got them, and they bred really well, and I've got lots of them. And then all of a sudden, it's like nobody wants African cichlids anymore, and I'm like, okay. So I got a lot of those. You know, but as far as keeping fish, I mean, if I wanted to just keep something that looked nice, those dragon bloods, I mean, I'm keeping them. I'm not getting rid of those. But I'd give you a breeding group, like a male and 4 females or something. Get y'all set up.
They're especially the dad of your group. Christ, he's something special.
Let me go ahead. I'm going to take myself off camera here for a second. I'll stay with you on audio for a moment. I'll go ahead and maybe run. I'm not sure if you've seen those before, Ron.
I have not. I'm pulling them up on. Thank goodness for Google and an extra monitor.
Yes. We got. Oh, you know what? We're going to be able to watch them breed. Actually, even they're breeding right now. We've had that storm earlier. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around here, and you'll be able to see how they do it. Okay, back camera.
And I think it's one of these. I'm looking at a blue one they call peacock cichlids.
Yeah.
And I had one of those 2 years ago.
Wow, look at him. Look, he's.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, let's go ahead and.
There you go.
There we go.
Look at him.
There he is.
Oh my days!
He has females up here that are holding already.
I was going to say, yeah.
But watch this. When he gets down there, he'll go down there, and there she is down there. Watch this. He's under the. He's going to go to her. She's down there, Casanova. Get in there. He is definitely. When the storm comes through, he gets like this. And he really. There he goes.
Oh.
Waiting for him to come down here. Here, but put right there. Let's go down there, and there he goes. Here she comes over now. Of course, they were just doing it, and when I pulled the phone up here, it's like, oh, he's a little bit apprehensive. But she's down there waiting. That's a good sign when they're down there like that. There he is.
He's displaying to us, so it's a good sign, huh?
Definitely displaying. But what he'll do is he'll circle around, and she'll drop her eggs, and he'll fertilize them all at the same time, and then she'll hold them in her mouth for 30 days.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
He won't eat during that time. Here you go. See there?
Yep. Nice.
That's how they do it.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
So she's picking the eggs up now, putting them. She'll hold them in her mouth, and it'll look like the old Jiffy Pop you would see popcorn. Her mouth is packed full of those eggs. And look at that! Yeah, he's really showing off.
He's making me jealous. That's the problem.
Here's one of his sons right here.
Wow.
I guess we can call him Junior.
Junior.
Junior. But yeah, he's beautiful. And there's some of the red zebras I have from the other colony. They're just in there to keep him from being too aggressive.
Hi, Gil. Gil's fish room is in chat. Hi, Gil.
Hello, Gil. Welcome, mate. I'm just taking the camera around a little bit. We're talking about cichlids. That's a good subject for Gil because he keeps South American cichlids. Beautiful. I was just showing these guys breeding over here, Gil. I'm not sure if you've seen them or not. The dragon blood peacock. Lots of algae in that tank. I got to get some bristlenose plecostomus in there. What I'll do is I'll add it at nighttime. I also have a convex.
Horizon Fish Keeping is saying they are beautiful fish.
Oh, thank you. That's basically a sleeper. He's a subdominant male. You can tell on the anal fin, you'll see all the egg spots. That will show you what the males are. The females are basically a clear fin. But you can see on his anal fin there, he slows down enough, see all those spots. But when we have a rainstorm like this, like we had that, the sirens were going, we had like a tornado come through not too far from here. We get the barometric pressure, and it just drives these guys nuts. They just go to town on these poor girls here, and then breeding and breeding. The red zebra's down this way. I'll bring the camera down this way also. Excuse my messy fish room down here. But I got the dominant male over here. He's right there in the center of the screen right now. And they do this. They breed the exact same way. But these guys are a little more aggressive than the others. The key is having enough of them in there that, like this group in here, they have, you notice their fins, they'll not see any tears on their fins.
And what are these, Jeff?
These are red zebra umbunas.
Okay. And
now
both male and female are the same color?
The male and the female are the same color, but you can tell the difference because like, with the anal fin on the males, they have a lot of really bold egg spots, and the females will only have a maximum of, I think it's either 2 or 3, but if it's a male, it has to have at least 4 or more, from what I've found out. And it's so far it's been working that way. But all these are fish that I've bred all these.
Nice.
But the large male in here, he's one of the original ones from the original breeding colony. But you can see him down there hiding by the. When I get the camera out, they like to hide by the sponge filter. We'll have a better view of some other ones on this side. There we got another nice male coming on. But look at that, you can see the aggression level in this tank too. I mean,
going crazy, aren't they?
Yeah, look, I know, they're just killing each other. Why are they doing that? Look at this. These are normally arch enemies in any tank. We've got a peacock on the left, and a red zebra on the right. We have pink convict pair over here that are breeding. And you can see they're just tearing each other limb from limb.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare put my fingers in there, Christ.
Oh, yeah. Here's you, Arnold. There's the male plakat that I got.
Oh, my God. Oh.
I got a nice pair of them.
She is spectacular.
I have a female, but she's they're called a cellophane. Where's she at? If I can find her. She's in here somewhere. But I have the female in here too. She's like a white cellophane. They call it a cellophane. And I tell you, he's not aggressive to her, and she's not aggressive to him. They get along great.
I bet you can't wait to breed them.
Oh, I can't wait. No, you're right. Also, I may get a larger plakat male for this girl here.
Wow.
She's
I know
stunning.
it's like we were going to talk about for our topic, but as long as we were talking about, like I said, we talk about all kinds of fish.
They are fish. Yeah.
Yes.
And they're spectacular.
These are some of the wild type bettas here. This is the new pair right here. These are the Unimaculatas. These will get a nice bright iridescent green when they color up. But that's the male on the left and the female's right there on the right.
Oh, very cool. The fork's a nice touch too.
Yes, yeah. I zucchini in for the plecos.
There you go. Yeah, zucchini.
I think next week I'll do that. I'll get a zucchini and I'll put them out at the beginning of the stream, and then near the end we'll go ahead and take a look at the swarm on them. That's always fun to watch.
Yeah. Did you see that the one I did with the little algae wafers and the little beta juveniles and the Cory juveniles going after those? And I put up that video, I don't know, last week sometime with they're just like crazy fish when I drop those algae wafers in the tank.
Oh yes, they are. I got a male albino on eggs right now in that little cave there. And these are the fire mouths. I've bred all these guys. I've had tons of these guys.
Yeah. Oh, those are great.
And you can, they're not overly aggressive either. I mean,
yeah,
they get along pretty well. These are what
I'm guessing the numbers help.
Well, you know what? With these guys, even 2 or 3, if you had like 3 in a tank, they would do a little bit of flaring once in a while. But honestly, I'd say I'd rate these as a mild aggressive fish.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I wouldn't even go so strong as to call them a semi-aggressive, but
yeah,
they seem to be
great.
Yeah, they do pretty well.
Yeah. So Horizon Fish Keeping has 50 betta fry. That's nice. I've got about 30 in a 29-gallon.
Oh wow!
And they're gorgeous.
Oh, they got
the long now.
These are all the tiger limias. Look at all the babies I have in here now.
Crazy, isn't it?
Oh my God, they're spectacular.
And there's so many up in this plant up here in the cornwork. All the way across the top here, there's tons of them. I started out with 12 of them. And you can see now I got, more than 12. I'm not sure how
many.
That's
good though. Shows that they're happy and healthy.
Yep. Got a nice female bristlenose. I'm thinking about putting a male in there and let them breed in this tank. I just pretty much, over here. Look at all these.
Oh my God.
Yeah, these are the goodies.
Christ.
These are the San Marcos red tail. And they are breeding nonstop in this tank right now. And their fry are so big that they don't eat them when they give birth. And same over here. Sorry about the glare on this. These lights are. But lots of babies in this tank too.
Nice.
Yep. I'll come back over to the chair here now and get seated. But yeah.
Mandy, what's that? What's Mandy saying? Mandy's had to remove her betta from the guppy tank. He kept taking their pretty tails off. I thought he would like to be friends, but he tried to eat his friends. Ooh.
That's funny.
My albino Francis.
Yeah, they are. But
and there's the red. I've named that fish. I don't normally name my fish, but that little red cherry barb there is one of the most aggressive little fish.
Wow.
I've kept. He went toe to toe with one of these big black mollies here, and he had him running around the tank. The paradise fish.
Melvin's saying he would love to have a group of the red zebra and booners, Jeff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You like some of these? Okay.
Look at them.
What size tank do you have, Melvin? You want at least for a group of those, you pretty much want like a 55 on up. Let's see here. Where's his? I'm trying to find out where he said that. Did you already add it up? Oh, there it is. There it is. I got it up already. No wonder I can't find it. Zebra and Buna cichlid. Hey, that sounds good to me. Tommy says, with the Pet Smart question, add to my collection of rainbows.
I'd like to start the collection of rainbows.
Oh, yes. I want to start my collection. Oh, I've never kept rainbows yet, but I do like the blue-eyed ones.
I have them. The Pacific blue-eyed?
I'd like to get like the Luminatus, Pseudomagil Luminatus, and the...
Yeah, I think that's the ones. They're the ones I had.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I found them very fragile.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they all passed within like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'll have to check it out and see how. I don't want to get anything that's too. I like stuff that's pretty hardy, you know. I mean, I like something.
I would go for Bosemani or Dwarf Neon Rainbow.
Yeah, the Bosemani are beautiful.
They're expensive over here.
They're a little bit pricey here, but not too bad. And
They're
Tommy said,
£50 a pair.
Holy wow. Let me see what that is.
Smart question. What size tank? Hee hee hee. Yeah, with the Mbunas though, I would go with like a 55 gallon. You want something that's at least probably 4 feet long I would recommend it. I mean, I've got this other one that, like I said, I have this other tank over here. I'll take it back over. This is a 40 gallon breeder. It's not, I don't think well, you probably could have a small colony in there. I mean, these guys are all getting along fine. So, but most of these are the peacocks, and they're generally a little bit less aggressive. I got the one nice red zebra there. But as you can see, they get along pretty well. Yeah.
That's over $60 US, Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
62 and change at today's exchange rate.
How much are they in the UK?
£50 a pair.
For Bosemani?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I haven't priced them. But I'm just going to turn my camera back around here. I just came back to my...
Keith has got some Bosemani's for his Wolfstar tank.
Oh, nice.
Ah, good morning, Craig. Good morning.
Good morning, Craig. How we doing, my friend? Are you all moved? Oops, I have to take myself off. I don't want to scare anybody away here. Exit solo layout. There we go. Good morning. Now, I was chatting with Craig the other night, and he was showing me his hands and feet were bleeding. He was working so hard.
Wow.
Really?
Yes. And I like, oh my goodness.
He's down under, yeah?
Yes. You want to talk about a worker? My goodness. He works nonstop.
Wow.
I mean, it makes me sweat just thinking about it. I'm like getting tired just thinking about all the stuff that he does.
That's funny.
He has a tremendous fish room, and he moved it twice. It'd be within about the last, 7 months?
Wow.
Yeah.
We're talking lots of tanks, big tanks, and lots of fish.
Yeah.
Not to mention moving house in the first place is an undertaking that I never want to do again.
Yeah. Kathy was just asking me about that the other day. If we moved, how would you move all those tanks? And I only have about 15 full of water right now. I got 18 tanks, but
it would be hard. It would be hard for me too.
Yeah.
Your wife's name Kathy also?
Yes.
So's mine.
Yeah. With a K.
Oh, mine's with a C.
All right. So your wife's Catherine?
She just goes by Kathy. I don't think.
Well, yeah, but I mean.
Yeah.
So, and mine's Kathleen. So yeah.
Yep, Catherine.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So we were talking about the cichlids. I don't know if I'm not sure. I'm kind of leaning towards getting more of the dwarf cichlids.
Yeah.
The dwarfs, the little ones, peaceful ones.
Yeah.
I guess as I age a little bit, I'm just kind of mellowing out. I just like having the more peaceful fish now.
Yeah.
But I'm not. The Africans don't bother me. Nothing really bothers me per se as far as the aggression levels, because I've kept some of the most aggressive cichlids in the world that you can think about keeping, and I've managed to make it work.
Right.
It just depends on the compatibility with what other fish you want to put with them and the amount, the numbers.
Yeah. I'd like to try Acaras too, I think, and also rams, and I don't know, just, kind of, well, unless I go online, I'm kind of dependent on what we have available here in the Coachella Valley, and it's not always a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I do most of my buying online. I'll buy from. I mean, I bought some Apistos from eBay once.
Oh.
They were beautiful, but they turned out to be two females. They were selling them as a pair.
Oh.
And for the last 3 years, I've been questioning myself as a fish keeper. What am I doing wrong? I mean, these guys should have been breeding by now. And then my friend Jason, who sent me this pair, for this particular species, the male has a large spike on his dorsal fin that sticks out because it's called the cockatoo cichlid. So it'll stick out of their head like this, but the other ones are all uniform and they're female. So
yeah, it's the dorsal extension, enough.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and so I was like 3 years, and I'm like, I'm a crappy fish keeper. I'm not getting any spawns out of this, and I actually kind of like thought myself a semi-decent breeder. I mean, 'cause I do pretty well with most everything else that I put my mind to.
Right.
But so now I got an actual pair, so I think I'll just see some results here hopefully in the next month or two.
Yeah, keep feeding them live food, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got baby brine shrimp. I just fed them some of that today, and that's another thing too about the baby brine shrimp. When I watched your video on that, Ron.
Yeah.
Like you said before, you don't need to wait for the salt to dissolve and all this. I do the same thing. I'll just pour the salt in, the water in, the eggs with the air in. I've never had a problem yet. They've always hatched out perfectly every time.
Right. And I use straight tap water. It's like a 1.5 liter jug hanging by a wire, and I've got one going right now in the garage, in fact. And I started it yesterday. And a tablespoon of non-iodized table salt. And I know people use aquariums. That stuff's expensive, the aquarium salt. So just a tablespoon of non-iodized table salt, tap water, no dechlor. You don't need that. And then a teaspoon or two of brine shrimp eggs. And is that the brine shrimp direct, Jeff, or what?
I got mine from eBay. I get 30 grams of. It's 90% hatch rate.
Oh, all right.
For like $6.99 from eBay. It's called Brine Shrimp to You.
Oh.
That's where I've gotten all mine so far.
Is that in your hand?
No, I'm looking at the salt here.
Salt? Okay.
I think this is just regular iodized salt too, and I think it works just fine.
Oh well, good. Okay, yeah. I learned it, watching Nick on Keeping Fish Simple, and so I've been doing that. And he said non-iodized, so I can get that at the grocery. So that's what I've been using.
Yeah, that's where I got mine at the grocery store. I just grabbed the salt off. And also I've actually seen people use, the driveway salt, the rock salt.
Yes.
They've used that even.
But it's bigger and it takes longer to dissolve, doesn't it?
Yep. That's the only problem with it.
It's the same as ice cream salt, pretty much. For the hand cranked ice cream salt maker. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, any problems buying fish on eBay other than not getting sexed right, or I've seen fish on Amazon also from independent sellers, on the Amazon stores. I've been a little hesitant. There's an outfit here in Southern California in Orange County called now I can't remember the aquatic creature, swimming creatures. And I've seen them on Instagram as well. But I ran across them originally on YouTube, or we're on YouTube, on Amazon. And I have bought Neocaridina from them several times now. And no problems with them through the mail. But I've never bought fish through the mail. I've always been a little hesitant. So maybe I need to reach out.
Oh, I've bought quite a few fish online. In fact, I've probably bought more fish online in the last 5 years than I have at a pet store.
Well, I remember one of your videos, you said you were, 50 miles from the local fish shop?
Oh, no, my local fish shop is right downtown. It's about a 20-minute drive.
Oh, all right. Okay.
The reason why...
It was the one you were talking about selling fish to, and he was...
Yeah, the that particular, I've been dealing with the same guy. Because he's the only game in town, so to speak.
Right.
And pretty much coming up in the hobby, pretty much same time as him, and he started, had a business. He's gotten a lot of my fish at like pennies on the dollar he's made a fortune over the decades of my fish.
He's willing to give you wholesale. It's like, I think fish stores need about a 200% markup on their live goods. So if you sell, a $2 fish, they can sell it for $6. And if they don't want to do that, that's just cheesy. I think that's just cheap.
Yeah, he's much cheaper than that. Because I was getting probably, when you figure it out. Well, let's put it this way. I had with the cichlids, I had these synsphyllum cichlids. And they're a Central American beautiful fish. They call it the redhead cichlid. And I had really nice ones. They're about 5 to 6 inches long, really healthy, really colorful, beautiful fish. And I had those, and then the Oscars I had mentioned, I had 2 Oscars, and I had 3 of those synsphyllums. So I took them, and the Oscars are a good 6 inches long, beautiful red tiger Oscars, perfect. Their fins were, on all these fish, were perfect, extremely healthy, really good eating. Fish would eat, as soon as that food hit the water, they were on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I took them there, and he tells me, well, for the synsphyllums here, he says, well, they're kind of an aggressive fish. And I was like, who are you talking to here? I mean, really? I know what they are. And she said, well, I got them, and I'm not selling any of them. And I looked at them, and this is what the thing of it is. He had some about 1.5 inches long for $29 each. Okay, for 1.5 inches long. And I said, well, nobody's going to buy those at that price. Honest to God, I mean, that's really expensive. I mean, really expensive. And I was kind of like, what I learned my lesson is I need to agree. What I do now is I'll agree my price before I go there, because here I got these fish and I took them there. I said, I got some fish. Yeah, bring them on down here. I'll take a look at them. I'll say, okay. So I go into all the trouble of catching them all up, taking them down. Hey, I'll give you $10 each for these. So I'm like, oh, great. So I do it. I regret it. I wish I could have taken it back, but I did it. I sold them. Went back there about 2 days later. I was going to want to check out and see if they had any swordtails that I wanted to get. And I was there looking at them. They had them at $59.95 each, and they had one left. The Oscars had already sold out, I think, as soon as they put them out. And the other 2, they had one of my synsphyllums left, and there was somebody there looking at them. And they were, because they were huge, they were big, beautiful fish, and really, But anyway, I seen that, and what can they say? I mean, I accepted it, and that was wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't like dealing with that type of shrewdness. I mean, it's okay to be a businessman. You want to be shrewd and stuff. That's fine. But come on, relationship for over 40 years with customers. You should try to give back a little bit once in a while.
Right.
But that's just me, though. I mean, I could be way off base on that and wrong, but But we have some other.
Thank you for that.
Oh.
Yeah, for Zen Ginger's comment there about guppies and rams online. Thank you for that. That's helpful.
Nice.
Try and bring that one up.
Red laser.
Yep, Gord's in chat.
Yeah, Red Laser's in chat, and so is Jesse from Saline Aquatics. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Gord.
Yep.
Welcome. I just been ranting about my fish LFS for the last few minutes. When we're talking about tangents, I get on some tangents once in a while, Ron. I tell you.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We all do that. I'm sorry, Andy or Arnold.
We've got Cabby in chat as well. Just saw that. No, Cabby.
Oh, Cabby. Hey, Cabby. Welcome.
Yeah.
I have to use my magnifying glass here because I still can't see worth a darn, man. Okay. Right.
Cool.
So nice. Was there anything that you wanted to add to the cichlids, Arnold?
No, not really. I think we've covered most things about them really: the aggression, the tank size. Obviously having diver fish can alter the aggression as well. So I think we're kind of caught up on everything really. I don't know if anyone in chat's got anything they want to ask us.
Yeah, Coral's asking Ron, are we going to the fin dig in Sacramento?
This is the first I hear about it. I will look for it and see. I just went to Sake in Phoenix last weekend. And I didn't stay for the whole thing. It wasn't, I don't know, maybe first time or whatever. It wasn't what I expected. It was all right. They had, I think I was telling you before we started, they had a lot of stuff for silent auction. And it was, I wasn't really overly impressed. And then they had live auction stuff as well. I didn't stick around for that. I just ended up leaving about 2:00 in the afternoon, drove back home. It's about a 4-hour drive. So I will look, Coro, and that's kind of a drive or a flight, I suppose. I could probably fly from Palm Springs to Sacramento. That would be a long drive. That'd be an 8-hour drive.
Yeah, I'd like to go to. I would like to go to one of those type of events.
Yeah.
I know we have what are near us. Well, not near us. It's still about 600 or 700 miles.
Yeah, that's a jaunt.
Keystone Clash. I'm gonna have to fly there for that.
Yeah, I saw KJE talking about that. There's supposed to be something. I seem to remember Jorge talking about it at the Pomona Fairgrounds, the LA County Fairgrounds. And it's, I don't know if it was like a broad spectrum pet thing, and they've got fish as well, but that's, like an hour and a half from here, and I would definitely go to that. That would be cool. I'm not sure when that is. I'll have to go looking to see if I can find anything about that. Jorge might know too, and he can probably pass it on. So not too far, just kind of down the road.
I was wondering, now I know that the Dallas Aquashella, that's a ways away from you guys.
Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas, they have an Aquashella there, it's called.
Yeah, and there's one in Florida too, isn't there? Or do they do it a couple times?
Yeah, there's. I'm not sure if they still have 3 of them. They used to have 3. They had Dallas, Florida, and Chicago.
Oh, what's wrong with the West Coast?
I don't know. I've been wanting to go to the Chicago one. That's something that I could actually do. I could just jump on a train and go there.
Sure.
And go to that, but.
And Mandy's now put Ron's channel in chat.
What has she done?
She's put Ron's channel link in the chat. So.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, nice.
And that's Mandy?
Yeah, Mandy. Yeah.
Thanks,
Nice.
Mandy.
Thanks, Mandy. It's very
I
nice.
appreciate it.
Oh, Mandy's done the same for me as well. Thank you very much, Mandy.
Yes. Wonderful. It says, and if there's any, you already know Jeff. Yeah. Yep. Once they find out how crazy I am, I'm unforgettable.
So anyone in chat want to ask me, Jeff, or Ron, any questions? Just leave them in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer them. Make sure they're easy, though.
I've got another one. We're talking about.
I feel confident answering cichlid questions, actually.
I've got one. Water chemistry with Africans. Isn't that harder water required?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You want a high
pH? What would the pH be? Higher or
higher? Yeah, 8.0.
That high. Okay.
You can go 7.8.
All right.
7. I mean, I've seen people go as low as 7.6. As long as it's slightly on the acidic side, you can go like 7.6.
The alkaline side.
Yeah.
7.8 to 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to the Tanganyikans, you can go that same is good, but they can go harder. I mean, if you have really hard water, they're a little more tolerant of a harder water. So
is that the GH we're talking about when we're talking about hardness, the general hardness?
yeah, the alkalinity, you want the KH and the GH pretty high.
Yeah.
The way I achieve that, I have a high pH coming out of the tap, but I have very low KH. So the water tends to soften up. The pH will drop because there's nothing to buffer it. And so what I do is I use aragonite and crushed coral. It keeps that really perfect. Actually, it makes it so easy.
Okay.
As substrate, and that's pretty much all I do to keep my chemistry on my tanks right.
So the aragonite and the crushed coral keep the pH stable?
Yeah. They do for
about 8?
8.2, yep.
What did it come out of your tap at?
The last time I tested, which has been quite a while, it was about 8.0.
Oh, wow. Really alkaline.
Yeah. But the thing of it is, it comes out with a high pH, but like I said, the KH is so low, it doesn't sustain it very long. Which is very odd to me. I'm like, how can it do that? Come out that hard, that high of a pH without the buffer to sustain it?
Huh. I was gonna say my pH is very low when it comes out of the tap.
Yeah, you got a fish keeper's paradise there. You got.
Yeah, sometimes
you could breed tetras. You could breed a lot of different types of fish that require a more acid based.
Yeah, 6 to 6.5.
Oh wow! Wow.
That's low.
Just want to say one thing. Everyone in chat has been sharing your channel, Jeff, so you can get monetized.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
That's very cool.
That's very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I do kind of have trying to get a goal. I'm trying to make it to 1K by New Year's. I don't know if I'll try to make it, but I'm trying to get some more stuff. Hope to.
I've got a long ways to go.
Well, we're all getting there. We'll get you there.
And I can't tell you how much I appreciate your guys' support, really.
Oh,
and they get some fantastic feedback on the videos too. I really enjoy it, and I try to reply back to everybody too. I've been going back and forth with Tara and a couple other people too, and I really appreciate it.
Well, you do great videos. I mean, what I love about your videos is the stuff you do is so down to earth and so just good.
Thank you.
I don't know how to really say it, but I sit and watch that video. I'm watching it start to finish.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Because it's interesting, and you do. I mean, you're like a gem in the rough. I was looking around and I came across your channel. I was like, whoa, I've been subscribed right off the bat. So I was like, that's the way it goes.
I've still got a lot to learn about editing, though. I use Camtasia.
I just use iMovie, and I'm terrible at videos and stuff. But I'd love to learn how to do it. Now, Mel, Aquarium Delirium, he's really good at editing videos.
Yeah, he just did one not too long ago on Java Fern, and I really well edited. Just him sitting in front of the aquarium talking about Java Fern, and it was absolutely a great video. And I think I just happened to stumble across that one. And that's when I subscribed to his channel.
That was to Jorge?
No, Mal.
Oh, Mal. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It was really.
I can tell you the exact video when I subscribed Mal. He did a little skit from The Godfather, talking about fish keeping and stuff, and he says, "I thought I was out, and they pulled me back in." And I was like, okay, that's it. Click.
That's funny.
Yep, I've been watching that ever since. Been watching his channel ever since. It's really entertaining.
Yeah. I think when this is all over, I will do a video of the whole fish room and put it on my YouTube channel. Just do a quick update so everybody that's around can see it. So
Adele is subscribed to Ron.
Oh, nice. Adele from Australia is just subscribed to you, Ron. That's nice.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
And cheers.
Mexicali says Indiana Jones is the one that hooked me. Yeah, that's another good one too.
Well, I got to go back and look through, and we're talking about Mel, huh? I got to go back and look through his stuff.
Oh, you got some. I like his nitrogen cycle video. It's like a little cartoon type thing, but I tell you what, it's really well done.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It says Aquatic Fanatic says the problem is the top YouTubers have a team of people working full time to make their videos. It's hard to compete with that. You know, it is, but I tend to watch people who aren't. I mean, I watch the big guys every so often. They have something, I watch it. But most of my viewing is to channels Ron, Mal, Sarah, Stubbs, we got Chris from Stubbs Aquatics, we got Arnold. Lots of great channels that because you realize like Joey DIY. I mean, he does some interesting stuff, but it's just not. I don't really identify with the really huge channels like that because they got 1 million subscribers, and it's like there's a different sense of what am I trying to say here?
A different vibe.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Yeah. I watch based on content. Honestly, and this guy's big, and he's the first one I stumbled across when I started deciding I wanted to keep fish again. And we moved into this house in December 22 from Orange County, California. And I thought, I want to get a fish tank. Now I have MTS like everybody else, right? And multiple tank syndrome. I stumbled across MD fish tanks in the UK. And I learned so much about setting up tanks and watching tanks. And I still watch him. I can't wait for his stuff to come out once a week. And then, he spun off, oh God, what's his name? He used to work at the Maidenhead Aquatics in Taunton. And then he was working with MD for a while. Now he's got his own channel, and I should know. But then there's also, the Australian fish keepers. They got some great fish keepers there. There's Katie's Cichlids and Nick with Keeping Fish Simple, and Adrian I was talking about earlier, Adrian's Fish Room, and your guys's stuff I can learn from, and because for me this has been a constant, just constantly learning. I get so much. So I really don't care about all the videography. I mean, it's great, good for them. They've monetized, and they're great for them, but I'm really into the ones that, is that your wife?
Yeah, that's my wife right there. I was just looking there.
Yeah.
It says, I have to use this because I can't see the small print. I've been working with a videographer who pulls millions of views. He believes small heartfelt is the way to go. Yeah, I think right.
That's what we all are here, I think, mostly.
Yeah. We're like a family, We're like a family doing stuff. We're like a team, I think, We're all
Heidi, your wife.
Yes, honey, this is Ron. This is a friend that I've met on YouTube here. He's got a great channel, and I was lucky enough to have him on the panel today. So I wanted you to I'm glad you're here, sweetie. Thank you.
Yeah, and my wife is Kathy with a K, Kathy. So.
Yep, we were just talking about that. I said, oh, your wife's Kathy too. Okay.
Yeah, she's around here somewhere. So.
Yep. So we have a Kathy with a K and a Kathy with a C.
Yeah. Very cool.
Very cool indeed. Let's see here. Junior, Reginald, and Sappy say hi to Kathy. That's nice.
I will indeed. Oh, you too.
Arnold has a wonderful family. He's had some two wonderful boys and a very wonderful wife. And I've actually adopted Arnold and his family as my own.
Very nice, yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's what we do here.
Kathy and I will be married 9 years in June, the end of June. And so I inherited 4 bonus children, and we got another one on the way now. So what is that? 5, 6, 7 bonus grandchildren. So, and the nice thing is they've all accepted me into their fold, and I feel I'm really grateful. They're great kids. We got to spend Christmas in Dallas, Texas, with Kathy's, and they're actually Kathy's bonus children from a previous marriage. When she divorced, they went with her because their father said, it's like me or her, me or her, and they said her. So, and then I did, and I'm really lucky. I am really lucky. So
You're blessed.
Great kids, great grandkids.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That is a
one
lovely.
son's in the Army. He's a Black Hawk helicopter crew chief, and another one's not too far from here in Bullhead City along the Colorado River.
Wow.
Life's good, you know that?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I think a lot of times we don't really realize how very lucky and how blessed we really are with what we have in our life. It's just amazing.
Finish every day in gratitude, It's easy.
You better believe that. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm blown away every time I come on here and I see all these friends come in here and we're talking about fish and our hobby and we're talking about we talk about life things and everything. It's just so enriching to me. I mean, I just feel like I'm a wealthy person every time I come on here.
You're here.
I got people here and I just feel really a sense of well-being. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Hi, Binoski.
Hi, Binoski. Hello.
Aqua Fanatics has got a question. Who here is interested in planted tanks?
Oh.
Definitely me.
We all got a problem.
I am. I am definitely.
That's a loaded question.
I'd say that plants are a huge force in my hobby right now. It really is.
Yeah.
It ranks right up there with the fish. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So I have a real gratuitous. I guess it's gratuitous. Is that the right question? Can I share my tanks?
Oh, absolutely. Please do.
With you guys, Arnold?
Yes, I'm going to put you on the big screen.
Let me.
Can't wait. Here we go. I'm looking forward.
Hang on. Let me get you on my phone first.
Sure.
I think I've still got that link up. Here it is, and I'll bring it up on my phone. It says it wants to open in Safari. Copy the link. This can't be easy, can it?
Yeah, sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's not. It's kind of hit and miss with me anymore with the technology. But
come on, paste. There we go.
No one. Del says no one talks to me here. I guess I'm.
Bingo.
Oh, I talked to you, Adele. Come on, honey. You know that.
Well, you know what? I should have StreamYard on my phone too. There it is.
Take care, Andrew. Have a good night.
Good night, Andrew. Thank you, my friend. Oh, it is kind of late for him, isn't it? It's 5:23 here. Oh, yeah. And he's Jorge's asking, where can we get that cool shirt?
Which one's that?
The Garage Aquatics.
It's a one-off, but I can make some. Let me turn this around.
All right. I'm going to put this on.
Okay, there we go. Going out the hallway. This is my little hidden bookcase door here.
Okay.
So we'll start in the living room. So I was in my office. It's called the casita. It's like a bedroom in the back of the house. This is a little 12-inch cube that I bought on Amazon. There's least killifish in here that I got from Jorge, and a few glow light tetras. and a bunch of red neocaridina, and there's half a dozen pygmy cories, which are pretty elusive. And then plants, some dwarf sage, crypts, some window-love java fern and anubias, and some narrow-leaf java fern. So that's this tank.
That's nice.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, a little bit of a side view. And some hydrocotyl Japan, too.
Ooh.
So, and that's got, there's a pond soil, I think, in that one, and aqua soil. And this is that 16-gallon water box that I've got.
Oh, wow.
And again, with the glare. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
There's Vanellope. Maybe she'll come out.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
This is
she's
Vanellope
beautiful.
von Fleets. Yeah, she is gorgeous. And she spawned for me. So all the fry are, and there's the neons in the tank.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
And I caught her munching on neocaridina in this tank. So keep that in mind.
Yeah,
and there's a couple clown plecos in here that you might see once in a while. Usually it's like when you know what freezes over. And there's a couple cichlids in here also, and same, hiding. So, and a big Amazon sword that's taken over the tank. I think I did a video on this last week on this tank. It's on the kitchen sink, and there's Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's Jabba.
Yeah. My wife and I collect
the
popcorn buckets from Disneyland. So
it reminds me of myself at the movie theater.
Oh my God.
Here's the namesake. Here's these wafers. Let me try and open this bag.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to get this started.
Ooh, look at them.
These guys, I'm going to drop these wafers into the tank behind me, and then we'll come back to that. Yeah, this is these 240 breeders I bought on OfferUp for about $35 a piece.
Wow.
A couple big Amazon swords. And this Amazon sword, it's got that runner, right? And so does this one now too. And I learned to just like tie them down underwater. They don't flower here above water for me because it's so arid here, so dry that they'll just dry out. There's autocyclists in this tank. And there's red cherries in here. And there's some these big plecos. They're like plecosauruses. They're, these red-eyed things. I don't know. Yeah, I got them at PetSmart. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. There's 4 in here, and they're getting big. And this wood I got along the railroad tracks out here in the desert. It's tamarisk or salt cedar, and I think it's a really soft wood. And so my hang-on back just gets really impacted quickly, and I think it's because this really soft wood. And then I got a couple crypts in here and some java fern on rocks, and there's
I love the swordtails. Oh, wow.
Yeah, these guys. I bought 6 of these. I lost one recently, the large ones. And there's one male, and he's that lyre tail. Ooh. And then they started spawning, and all the other males are coming out swordtails.
Wow.
So
I love
there's probably about 20 of them in here. So I heard you say you need some swordtails. Ooh. And then there's one of the sail-fin cories back here behind that rock or that log, whatever. And then this is Bob and Carol. These are the parents of all my crebensis and some ember tetras. I had more and I lost a few. And these are 2 of the juveniles. Let me back up there.
Well, she's just gorgeous. Look at her. My goodness.
Yeah, she's really colored up nice. She's almost golden. She is really spectacular.
Oh, wow.
And cherry shrimp walking in water. They crack me up. And then there's the false Julie cories in here.
Oh, wow.
And I really like them. I had 4 of those spawn. I moved some. I had that hornwort in this tank and grabbed a handful out and put it in another tank. Next thing I know, I got 4. There's a little autocyclist there. Next thing I know, I got 4 little false Julie cories in that tank. So I think the eggs went across in the hornwort. So since then I put them. They got big enough. They're in here now. So there's I think there's 9 or 10 of the false Julies in here.
Oh, nice.
So,
we have a question for you, Ron. There's somebody with a question. Red Laser's asking, Please ask Ron if the water box has silicone or adhesive for the glass.
But I really don't know. They're beveled, mitered corners. So
Ooh.
I would suggest go to the Waterbox website and find out there how they're made. It's really got really neat, clean corners. I really do like it. I bought it directly online from them. So, and they shipped it in, I don't know, 4 or 5 days from Florida. I think they're in Fort Myers, Florida to Palm Desert here. So, and it came, I don't remember if it was UPS or FedEx, but beautiful.
Hi, Jimmy.
Oh, yes. Could somebody please post Ron's link again? That would be fantastic.
Yeah,
thanks.
Mandy's done it, so that's all done.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Mandy. Thank you so very much.
This is just red neocaridina and a bunch of plants.
Wow.
Is that hornwort?
Yeah.
I love hornwort. It's like the breeder's best friend.
It takes over, and I was having real problems with it. It just get really mucky. So I would pull it out, and I've been throwing it away. And now I got guppy grass, and it seems to be a little cleaner as far as that goes, but also just really aggressive. Now this tank, I've got orange sun-kissed neocaridina. There's some back there. Can you see them?
Yes, I can.
Okay. And there's also a couple autocinclus in here. So I need to get something for this tank. I don't know what, a pair of fancy guppies of some sort. Try and start spawning some. This tank, I don't know why it got so cloudy. I did a partial on it Monday, and it's still really cloudy. I'll have to do it again. And there's Blue Dream in here, Blue Dream neocaridinas, and 7 pandacories, and a couple little plecostomus.
What are those plants there? Those are beautiful.
That's Hydrocotyle Japan. I think that's what it's called.
Hydrocotyle Japan, okay.
And then those are, oh gosh, it's actually an outdoor landscape plant, and it'll come to me. These are the wild type mollies that Jorge gave me.
Ooh.
They're very cool. I wish they'd spawn for me. Maybe someday.
Oh, I'm sure they will once they get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, that guppy grass is gorgeous too.
Yeah,
I love
the guppy grass.
Oh,
say it again.
I love that. That looks like it'd be ready for the live bearer tanks for me to breed.
I think it'd work really well for that. And the shrimp love it too. And these are Mickey Mouse platies. There's 7 in here. There's 4 of the dark orange, and 3 of the lighter.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then we'll go up over here. Okay, here's all the.
Oh my days!
Look at that.
These are.
Look at those.
That's my.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Thank you. And it's about 30 of the juvenile bettas and about 30 of the little bronze cories.
Wow.
And they've all grown up together. And then I put 13 Amano shrimp in here. And there's 1, there's 2. I don't know how many are left. There's 1. They're all coming out. That's weird. But I ended up finding 3 in the tank behind me. So they've gone over the wall in over the pothos. And here's the
my God.
Yeah, the Crebensis juveniles. They're not so juvenile anymore. These were they've been in this tank since last August. And I think they were about 4 months old then. So where does that put it? In June, I guess, maybe March of last year. So they're a year old now. And there's a beautiful male.
Oh, beautiful female too. Look at that belly on that.
Yeah. Oh. So I'd like to pull out a couple pairs, and then I think I'm going to get rid of the rest. And then these are the little. I don't know if you can see them down there. They're hiding. Maybe this one's easier. The little green cories.
Oh yes.
There's half a dozen of those in here. Another one over there. But back to this. This was what I was talking about with those algae wafers. They absolutely go nuts over these. So they're really doing well. So these are the fry from Vanellope in the kitchen there that I showed you.
Wow.
And the male passed. I lost him. I was really bummed about that. He was gorgeous as blue. And these are the albinos. Now, I had a chunk of that Mopani. I think that's what it's called, that Mopani wood. And I just threw it in here the other day. And I knew it was going to tannin up, and it did. And I don't have any problems with it. I like the look of it. But these are the siblings
to the crebensis on the other side.
Oh yes, look at them.
So about half the spawn came out albino, and the other half came out looking like species.
That's very.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
I love the albinos. I hope I got a female in my group. I don't see any purple on the tummies of any of the fish.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if you don't, you know where you can get some.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, not a problem. And then Jorge gave me a bunch of those guppies. I think 4 or 5, maybe 6. He called them mutt guppies when he came out last year. And now I got 4 or 5 million.
Oh yes.
Because that's what guppies do. So, and also not duckweed, I'm sorry, guppy grass. And I got a little bit of red root floaters.
Oh.
I got some floaters. I got some on the other tank where the swordtails are, something called Rickia, water spangles. And then I'm using pool sand now because it's clean. It's expensive, but it's nice and clean. A couple of Amazon, different swords. I forget what they're called, red melon or whatever.
Beautiful.
And then I've got bladder snails. So I saw this thing, it's called reverse respiration. I think that's what it was called anyway, where you go back and forth with club soda versus water. So you need 2 separate tanks. This tank's just about full of I don't know, it's about up to here. It's an 8-gallon tank. And I poured about 1 liter, almost 2 liters of club soda. It's supposed to raise the CO2 levels to the point that it's toxic to fish or invertebrates, trying to kill off the bladder snails.
Oh.
But this has been my farm tank.
Oh wow.
So I got a bunch of the crypt wentii and the crypt green wentii, and then the back one's the bronze. And then trying to kill algae too. It's supposed to work. So I had an algae problem, had a blackbeard problem. And these are Booth philandra, stuck on a chunk of manzanita.
Nice.
So,
nice.
And then that piece of Anubias I'm trying to clean up, on a piece of wood, trying to clean it back up. I don't know if yeah. And then this is my current favorite. This is about 75. And I got this for, I think it was $45 on OfferUp. And there's the 2 angelfish that survived.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
And there's half.
That is a stunning. That's the 75-gallon tank that I was watching you do. That is stunning.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you. And these are the ones where I cut all these rocks in half with a skill saw and a carbide blade. That took some time. Way harder rock than I thought it was. And then I just shoved a Java fern in between all the, the layers. And I put a layer of styrofoam, like 1/2-inch dense styrofoam on the bottom, and then against the back wall to protect the glass. And there's about 6 of these bronze cories in there too. And a couple clown plecos that you'll never see. And also some blue dream shrimp in here that come and go. I don't know where they go, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, and then I set this up. There's the fluval stratum. There's bits of it that work their way up, and then pool filter sand, and then a little bit of gravel and some rocks, So, and there's that. When somebody posted plants earlier, I said I've got that, and I can't remember what it's called. I said it was a bulb. Oh gosh, it's not a name I'm familiar with yet. So, but it's really pretty, and it came out of that PetSmart collection of bulbs. And I didn't get a lot of them that survived, but the ones that I did were really nice. And got a couple of these red tiger lotus. There's one. There's another one here, and there's another big one in with the betta fry. I'll go back to it. I got those from a guy called Marcus Fish Tanks on Amazon. I really like them.
Oh, Marcus Fish Tanks. I recognize that name.
Yeah, they're really nice. And then this long, skinny stuff is Cryptocorin spiralis.
Oh, wow.
And then there's some more back here I shoved in the corner. See if I can get a better view. There's, the metal struts on the fish rack kind of getting away.
Oh, look how it curls. I love that. Look.
Isn't that great?
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's really cute. It's cool.
When I get back in the office, I'll tell you the name of it again. So, because somebody else posted it earlier.
It looks like Apanageton.
That's the one. That, yes.
Alvatus. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. And here's that other. This one took off. That
Wow.
red tiger lotus from Marcus Fish Tanks. So one of these days the leaves will hit the surface. So anyway, that's kind of my story, and I'm stuck with it. I'm going to head back towards the office. Unless you guys want any questions or comments, wisecracks,
here,
like that.
We had mail mentioned here. Let's see here.
Another
Go back.
Amazon sword variety.
Mal says, I just buy some Assassin, but the CO2 club soda idea sounds like a good concept also.
Yeah, we'll
and
give it,
intriguing
I'll
to see
give
the
it a try.
results.
See how it works. Because I transferred some of these little potted crypts into another tank and wasn't paying attention. Now I've got snails in this tank in the 75. So I really didn't want them there. I really don't like bladder snails. Not my favorite.
I've never had any bladder snails, knock on wood.
Yeah. So let me turn you back around here if I can. How do I turn this back around?
Go to settings and then go from back camera back to front camera.
Oh, I see it. Yep, there we are. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to kill this. I'm back on my desktop.
Okay. All right. Wow, what a fantastic collection of fish. And
The scapes as well, the aquascapes. Wow.
Now I just got to figure out how to kill the phone. Is there a leave button on the phone? I got
with
it.
the phone, I think you just have to use the volume all the way down on it. Or
Yeah, I found it.
There you go.
Yep, I'm back. So,
that was incredible. I could have watched that for another. I could have watched that for an hour.
well, thank
Yeah.
you.
Definitely.
It's
That
fun to
was-
show it. It's just fun to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning fish, stunning tanks. My goodness, you
Thank
are.
you very much.
That's everything was just beautiful.
Who was it?
My tanks, as you notice, I mean, I took my camera around. My tanks are not really that pretty. Although I am inspired by seeing like yours and Tara's and other people
Yeah.
who just really
Yeah.
good, plantscapes and
Right.
so yeah, we're all at different levels, and I tell you what, you and her are up there with the plants. I mean, my goodness.
They're fun. Well, my degree's in horticulture, so this is underwater horticulture. So,
Oh, wonderful! That's
Yeah.
There we go, everybody, and we know
we
we have
have
questions for plants. We can definitely reach out for
Yeah,
answers.
yeah. And then gills, Rosy barbs, they'll clean up the bladder snails, but I'm wondering if they'll clean up the neocaridina too.
Oh, maybe.
Because that's an issue. A lot of people suggest
Oh,
some of the different loaches, and thanks, Craig. And the same thing. The loaches will clean up the neocaridina, and I really don't want to lose.
you don't want to lose all your shrimp.
Yeah, I like the shrimp a lot. They're a lot of fun to watch.
What I've done a few times, if I get way too many, like with my Malaysian trumpet snails, I put when I go around, you see the forks in the tanks.
Yeah,
When I put the either the cucumber or zucchini or whatever I put in there, I'll at night I'll just maybe come back down like in the middle of the night for some reason. I'll click the light on and I'll just pull that fork out and take a bunch of them with me. It just kind of lowers the numbers down,
right,
and then put it back in and just kind of rotate it in and out like that and get all the snails off it.
right.
But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to.
Yeah, and I've done that where use a trap or put a couple of those algae wafers in a net. I'll answer that in just a second. Zen end. Put a couple algae wafers in a net, let all the snails sort of migrate in there and pull them out. So that was just a crypt Wentii. It's either red or bronze. And I think they're the same because it is kind of a bronze. So it probably depends on the vendor. I think they sold it as Crypt Wentii red Wentii. So yeah, and I got them Probably Amazon.
I see Jeff Kane.
That was about a year
Hello,
old,
Jeff
by the
Kane.
way. Say it again, Jeff.
Hi, mate.
I just noticed that Jeff Kane was mentioning he's listening on the drive.
Oh,
Yes. Cool. Drive safely. Yep. Now I got my jungle veil from Jeff Kane, and that's one of, I could probably, let's see, I've got the Ludwigia repens. I don't have a great deal of plants, but I have one crypt that I got from Tara. It's the red undulata, and I love that. I love that plant.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a problem with stem plants. I don't have any problems really with somebody put the heavy root feeders earlier, and that's where that list came up. And obviously not. You look at the Amazons, the swords, look at what a Kynodorus, right? And then the cryptocorynes, and what was the other one? That bulb that again, what was it called?
The Appa.
Yeah.
It started with O.
And things like that do really well. I just tried a couple more, bought a couple little packs of.
There it is. He's got it right there.
Bonogenton.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And so I just bought a couple more packs of some stem plants. They're the little cardboard packets with a tissue culture of, I don't even remember what I got. It might have been, what's the one, Alternanthera cardinalis. And that's repens maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
And they're doing all right for now. We'll see. I don't know how long they'll keep going for me. But one of the things I used to teach in horticulture was, 2 basic plant groups. There's 3 that we used to teach from a landscape perspective. There's ferns, and we got the Java ferns, and there was another one I had. Then there's monocots and dicots, right? And all the monocots are the ones that are doing really well for me. The echinodoras, the swords, the grasses. The one I had problems with, I think it's called Liliopsis. That didn't do well for me. But the Sagittarius did well. Ponogeton, yeah. Bovaceus, nice.
Yeah, she pronounced it out. That's great. I appreciate that too, because a lot of times I'll pronounce something and I'm completely off base.
Yeah. Coral, Lobelia cardinalis. That was the one I had in the same tank with the blue dream shrimp.
That's absolutely stunning too. Then I love the guppy grass too. Because I like to breed the live bearers a lot, and that's just ideal.
I had a little bit of the guppy grass that Jorge gave me, and now it's like kind of just marching from. And I don't know, I didn't really show it, and all those tanks on the bottom rack, I have a piece of copper foil tape across the top of the tanks because it stopped the snails from marching. They would come out at night and go into the next tank.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that video. Yeah. Yes.
Copper will stop them.
Fascinating. The copper would...
Say it again?
That was fascinating, that video. I remember you talking about that copper barrier.
I learned that working in a nursery years ago. They put copper flashing like you'd use on a house around, put stakes in the ground, put the copper flashing up around certain blocks of plants. We used to do this. This one nursery I worked at, we would ship plants from California to Oregon. And Oregon is a European brown snail-free state. And they do everything they can to keep the snails out. And so all the plants that we were going to ship to them came up outside of this area that was prepared, and the whole area was sprayed with a molluscicide, something to kill mollusks, snails, and then it was wrapped with copper flashing all the way around. It's only about 4 or 5 inches high with stakes, and then every plant that was going to go in there came up on a cart behind a tractor, and every plant came out of its pot. They were all inspected for snails and for snail eggs, put back in, set in there. Then the plants were sprayed, right? And then they were sprayed, whatever the label said, for however long that it was supposed to be quarantined. And then they were inspected by a Department of Ag inspector and then put on a truck, sealed, shipped to Oregon. And when they were coming off, they were inspected again. So it's a big deal, snail control. And it's a mess. In fact, I was telling you earlier about that guy, Jason, Australian Biotopes, great channel. And one I was watching this morning is on the mystery snail. And people have released those into the wild in Australia, and they are taking over the waterways. So it's something we, as responsible fish keepers, something we have to keep in mind. If you don't want it anymore, give it to somebody else. Give it away, give it to your local fish shop, whatever, let them resell it, whatever, but do not chuck this stuff, into the local waterways, ponds, streams, aqueducts, goldfish. People get goldfish at the fair and then they dump in a local pond. Don't do that. Just don't do that. So my 2 cents.
I'm trying to think of what was. It might have been even in California where somebody released they had convict cichlids and they're very prolific.
Oh.
And they actually took hold in a waterway. I can't remember where that was. I'm not sure if anybody in the chat has heard similar. I remember reading about it years ago. And I
know the clown knife in Florida waterways is a big problem.
Oh, everything in the waterways in Florida.
Yeah.
African cichlids, everything, anywhere. Yeah. Tons of stuff.
Thanks for that, Mandy. That's a great channel. Yeah, it really is.
Yes.
Wait,
I'm going to check that out. Australian Biotopes. I have a lot of friends in Australia that I want to check it out.
Is Mandy, are you Australian or yes, no?
I think Mandy's United States, I believe.
American, yeah.
America.
Yeah, American. Yeah, she's American, yeah.
But Craig's is Australian. Adele, Collaboration of Curiosities. Gil. Of course, we got, and then we have the other ones too. We have, Nick from Australia. And then we also have Blake's Aquatics. That's another one I like to watch.
That's right. Blake's got a good channel too. Yeah.
He did one where he had the CPD. He had a egg collection device. Was it air powered?
Yeah. 3D.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Texan, very cool.
Yes.
Yep. The sun is risen, the sun is set, and here we is in Texas yet.
Yep.
It takes like 24 hours to drive across that state. It is big.
I need to find rainbow addicts. Well, you know what? I'm addicted to all fish, basically. So
yeah,
it's only a matter of time before I get into them.
Yeah. Likewise.
Oh. And he said Blake's Wellstead video was really good. Yes.
Yeah, he's been doing some fun stuff on Instagram. These, I guess they're TikTok stuff. They're, it's like an American and an Australian going back and forth on two different things. Back prices, fish keeping in general, and they're funny. They're really funny. He's got a great sense of humor, and he's got a really instructive channel also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been subbed to him since he was about 500 subs when I subbed him.
Nice.
And I don't know, Jason from Primetime Aquatics, he's got a nice channel too, him and his wife.
Yeah. Yes.
And I subbed him before he hit 1,000. Now he's over 200,000 subs.
Well, just think you'll be able to say that about me someday.
That's right. I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
I certainly hope so.
Well, just keep moving forward, right?
You better believe it.
Yeah.
One step at a time, one tank at a time, one fish at a time. We'll get there.
It's one of my favorite Walt Disney quotes is keep moving forward. It's longer than that, but that's the last sentence of it. So
keep moving forward.
That's
exactly what my wife tells me too. Says keep moving forward. Don't, because I always tend to analyze everything along the way, and it kind of takes the wind out of the sails sometimes. And I'm
the paralysis of analysis.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Hello, small time tanks. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hello, small time tanks. Welcome. Good to see ya. Craig says that he sounded like a cowboy yank when he was talking about when Blake did his parody of American Fish Keepers.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they're fun. They're a lot of fun.
He's had some really funny ones, some good ones.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So he's got.
Well, you know what, guys? We've been going now for it looks like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too greedy with your time, either one of you. I mean, it's awful nice. You know, I feel like I might be taking advantage of you guys. I don't want to do that.
Likewise, not a problem.
You'll never do that.
Time flies with me when I'm having fun. You know.
Yeah. Well, time's fun when you're having flies too. So you know.
Oh, here we go. Gil has a question. Jeff, have you asked Mal how to sex fish yet? Okay, Mal, how do you sex the fish? I'm asking you. See if he's here.
That sounds like the beginnings of a dad joke.
Yeah. I don't know, but don't let his wife know. I was going to tell.
All right. The adult supervision has left the building.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's getting to the loopy stage of it now. It's time to start wrapping up here. I'm not sure, Mal, if you're out there, but Gil's asking a question if you want to answer it. Oh, and Christine liked that one. Maybe we'll have a special next week and find out what his answer is. See here. Gil, tell him to leave your pants on. Oh my.
Oh, dear.
And Keith is saying anybody who joined his group on Facebook, feel free to post your videos there.
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
That was a good one, Craig. So, well, gentlemen, I think we'll go ahead and this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so
it's
much.
our first one together, Ron. So maybe we can have you back again someday. Hopefully, if
anytime, Jeff. I really had a ball.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Thank you so
nice
very much.
Nice meeting you, Ron.
Say it again, Arnold.
Nice meeting you, Ron.
You too, sir. Thank you. Really enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun. It's great having everybody here and in the chat. And yeah, I tell you what. I mean, there's so many wonderful topics we can talk over. I mean, looking at your tanks and your fish and how you. I mean, you are an aquarist extraordinaire in my opinion. You know, I'm telling you.
I just walked in the door, Jeff.
I tell you what, I'm still on the front porch waiting to knock. I'm still waiting to knock on the door. Yeah. So you guys are doing great. Oh, it says here. Can anyone please help Jeff get to 3K watch hours? It's well overdue. Just set the channel run. Oh yeah, that's nice, Mal. Thank you. We're getting there bit by bit. I'm almost there. Getting there about a few hundred more. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Then Ginger says, one more time, we're on Garage Aquatics channel. There we are.
Thanks, Mandy.
Check his channel out, guys. You're not going to regret it. You're going to love it and enjoy it just like I do.
I will do my level best to hold up to that.
Oh, you just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Kathy's got a little microphone she's going to loan me. So, and I'm using my iPhone. So maybe someday I'll,
That's what I'm using too. That's what I'm doing the stream on right now.
Yeah.
iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes pretty good video too. So.
I'll make a playlist with my content. I'm telling you, I will try to do that. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to do it right now, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh, I don't either, but I know where to find out. Google it. Okay. How to make a YouTube playlist. I learned more just from searching questions like that. So we will both do that.
Ken's 3D and Aquatics. Welcome. Somebody I don't recognize. Welcome to the live stream.
Oh, yeah.
I'm half blind, so I'm using my magnifying glass here. But and then Frank Blitz says with a beer and a phone. There you go.
So is that how you fish with a beer and a phone?
This one works. These don't work worth a darn. That's the reason why I got to use this, because this tiny screen here is just.
Everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Cora.
If you haven't already hit the like button or the subscribe button to Jeff's channel, please do it now.
Yep.
Thank you very much. thanks, Ron, and thanks, Arnold, so much, and Mal and everybody else out in the chat. It's been wonderful.
Really
Been very
enjoyed meeting
wonderful.
all of you.
Tell you what, there's so many things I want to just keep talking about, but I think we better stop it right there. Just we'll save some for the next time, right? We'll save some for the next time because I could just, I will come unhinged if I keep going. So thank you so much, Ron and Arnold, and everybody in the chat. Remember now, don't forget to feed yourself. Don't forget to feed your family, and don't forget to
feed your addiction.
Feed your addictions.
Feed my addiction.
We're now got a new outro now. We've got a new outro now.
Oh yeah, let's do the outro. There we go.
Oh, cool.
Thank you very much for that also, Arnold. That's wonderful. Nice. That's cool. I appreciate that. There's so many things I don't know how to do this kind of stuff, but luckily I have. Yeah, so, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. And once again, we'll see you next week. We also have, later this week, we have JT tomorrow, right?
JT tomorrow.
Yep, JT has his live stream tomorrow. And then Friday, we have Johnny No Shoes with his. And some other ones, too. I mean, there's a lot of streams. But, and we have on Saturdays, the Here Fishy Fishy with Andrew. He's already gone to bed by now, but just so he knows that we'll keep an eye on all these different streams. And that's about it. So I'm going to quit waffling here because I'm kind of like just running on. So thanks again, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Arnold.
Bye.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Arnold. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye, everybody.